Hello everyone, and welcome to this month's episode of What's for Dinner. Today I'm going to be making some beef kebabs. Let's get cooking. So prep for this recipe actually began yesterday when I cut up a 2-pound beef sirloin. I put it in this bag with a tablespoon of minced garlic, a teaspoon of white vinegar and cumin, and then a half teaspoon of coriander and paprika, all mixed together with a half cup of olive oil. And it's been marinating overnight, about 24 hours. Now the recipe actually has you grill these on a physical grill outside. I am going to, however, be putting them in the oven. And what I've done to kind of simulate a grill is I've taken a cookie sheet and this little lattice kind of cooling rack that I use when I make cookies and kind of just placed it over top of the cookie sheet so that any liquid just kind of drains off onto the cookie sheet. Now, obviously, since this is a grill recipe, it doesn't say to do this, but I'm going to take some nonstick cooking spray and I'm just going to spray this here so that my kebabs do not stick to that. I have another one off camera here in case I need it. So basically you want to build the kebabs in an alternating fashion. I have a red, yellow, and green bell pepper cut up. I also have a red onion cut up. These are about 1-inch pieces. And basically you just want to build the kebab alternating between the meat and a vegetable. So we'll take a piece of meat right here. Oh, I forgot, you want to spray these also. Here, why don't I do this? I'm going to set them on here. I'll just spray them again. I'll just spray them on here. That should work. Okay, now we're gonna build the kebabs. Actually, I'm gonna kind of pull this secondary one in here and just set the greasy kebabs now on that other one. Okay, now, here we go. So we take a piece of meat. Careful not to stick yourself. Go all the way down here. And let's see, we'll take a red pepper, another piece of meat, take an onion, basically you want to do this until you've used up pretty much all of your vegetables and meat. That looks really pretty, I think. I quite like that. All right. I'm just going to lay it right on our greased pan. Grab another one, do the same thing. I'm going to try to build maybe 3 more. And why don't we make this next part a time lapse? And with that, our kebabs are ready to go. And I'm really impressed. Oh, this one's facing the wrong way. I am really impressed with how these look. I like aesthetics, but usually taste outweighs aesthetics. But in this case, this looks really nice. Okay, so since the recipe I'm using doesn't give you oven directions, I kind of had to look up, okay, how long should I bake kebabs if I'm gonna bake them? And I found that for steak kebabs, you want to bake them at 400 degrees for about 8 to 10 minutes. It's different if you have chicken. Chicken's more like 20 to 30 minutes. I'm going to start on the higher end, so I'll try about 9 minutes, and I'll be back then to let you know how they look. Okay, so I left them in for about 9 minutes. I took them out and then I flipped them over and cooked them for another 3 minutes. The timer just went off. I'm going to go check on them now. These look great. Look at these. You can see them on camera there. These look fantastic. Now the only thing you don't really get with these are the grill marks, which, I don't know, I'm okay with not having those. But honestly, these look really good. All right, let me, here, I'm gonna take the middle one. Take the middle one off here. That is a beautiful looking kebab right there. All right, now I guess all you do is just chow down, so let's give it a try. Well, I got a little bit of the meat. I'm putting this down. a little fatty. Let's try this one. That's better. Well, that's good. I will say these aren't the easiest to eat. Kind of have to slide everything off. I would say this is a very good summertime meal, summertime snack, if you will. I hope you enjoyed this episode of What's for Dinner. If you have any recipes you would like me to make on camera, leave them below in comments, and I'll check them out. Until next time, take care, God bless, and I'll see you all later. If I hold it like this. There we go. There we go.